To the motherfucking podcast, y'all. You already know who it is. It's your boy Jew, aka the Penny Player, the Granny Slayer, and the MILF Taker. And I also got my main man.
It is your boy Nate on the mic, and welcome to the motherfucking podcast. Today we have a special guest. I know it's been a long time, guys. We said we was gonna have guests, and we have one. Today we have
the craziest people in the world come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
There we go. The Bronx and all of Florida. Yep. He wasn't lying.
Alabama beatdown that happened.
Oh, you talking about the motherfucking Alabama brawl?
So you seen the full video of it?
I honestly have only seen snippets, but that chair is the most famous chair in the world right now. Before I knew it, half the people that were at the club was outside at my booth. My boy Ray Tor saw that. He was like, "You just brought all these people outside. I'm gonna book you for the next one." My name is Exzayvier, by the way.
Do you tell them your socials and everything?
Yes, follow me on social. It's Exzayvier, but spelled differently. I'm gonna say it slow. EXZAYVIER. You can rewind that, I don't care, but that's my Instagram handle. That's also my artist name, so check me out.
Yes sir, yes sir. So Mr. Exzayvier, aka Mr. DJ Voice. Right, like, yeah, you know,
I appreciate that. I'm glad you knew what that was. Hey,
get that. Yeah, oh God, you see, yeah, tapped in, like, fam, what are you talking about? Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Exzayvier.
All right, man. Well, I'm originally from Chicago, so didn't grow up there though. I grew up in Florida. Interesting place.
Wait, what part?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Ooh.
Yes.
You know what Charlamagne the God says, right?
Oh, all crazy people come from
the craziest
New York.
People in the world come from.
What did he say?
He said the craziest people in the world come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
There we go. The Bronx and all of Florida. Yep. He wasn't lying. He was not lying.
That's some real shit.
Real shit.
That's some real shit. So Mr. Exzayvier, what made you get into being a DJ?
So 5 years ago, I graduated college.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to say in this interview so much as I can. So I don't care right now.
I get it.
Yeah, you get it. So like,
we definitely having a part two.
We having a part two.
Yeah. Just wait on that. Just wait on
cameras. We having part two.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I went to the school called SAE Institute.
Okay.
The SAE stands for School of Audio Engineering. I cannot attribute all of my skills to the school, but I would say that it has definitely catapulted me further into my career. So everything, I've been making beats since I was about 15 years old, but I got serious once I got to the school, and they taught me all the ins and outs of how to engineer and how to record somebody, how to just do the basics of anything audio visual related.
Oh, so you're trying to be like the next 808 Mafia or Metro Boomin, huh?
Hey, say less. I am next 808 Mafia type.
That's right. You manifest that, my boy.
Right.
You manifest that. Speaking of being a producer or making beats.
Right.
Yeah, this man right here. Yeah, let me just let him talk about it real quick.
Oh yeah.
No, so first of all, I was gonna ask, like, where do you get your sound from? Because you played like some of your music for us, and I was wondering, like, where does the inspiration come from?
So it's a little bit of mixture of a few places that I've been occupying since I was like a kid a little bit. So my house music side is definitely Chicago based. So anything classical Chicago house. I also am into I got introduced to bass house about 4 or 5 years ago. I got introduced to bass house, and that's like the EDM version or the bass version of house music. That's a very bass heavy type situations. So that was one portion, but I'm inherently hip hop. Like like that's been my genre since I've been born, to be honest. So I would definitely say that my style is very multi-genre centered to some degree. So I'm house music, I'm hip hop, And most recently, been getting into dubstep and rhythm. Right. So that I would say between those three genres, you find me just at the center of that. So
as far as being a DJ, have you ever DJ'd at an event and just did not like get the vibe?
Absolutely. Oh goodness, that is something that most DJs are actually scared of, to be honest, is like not knowing what type of music is that you're gonna play. I would say in those types of situations, it's very hard to figure it out, honestly, because there's been ones where the crowd wasn't necessarily feeling the music, and I switched it up completely, and they were like, "Oh, okay, I can mess with this," and then there were times where it just wasn't nothing I could do to get the crowd to do anything. And so, it's a hit or miss, to be honest, but you also got to know who your audience is as well.
How do you know, though? How do you find that out? Like,
well, you don't honestly, you technically don't know, but what I will say is, as a DJ, it's always good to bring your own party. That's just rule number one. Like, you could go to any type of party, and as long as you got your own entourage, your entourage is gonna gas you up like a mug. So true. So that's I would say almost like a cheat code to kind of get people on your side. But honestly, if you go into any type of specific genre or niche event, you're gonna have to play that type of music. So that's just, the name of the game. If you don't not playing that type of music, your whole set's gonna be trash. So
speaking of having like an entourage, how do you actually differentiate between a yes man and somebody that wants to give constructive criticism?
Ooh, good question. Goodness. I would say the difference between a yes man and anybody else is, I would say, because
take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my time with this one.
I understand.
Mainly because, like, when I first started, everybody just thought that it was just cool that I was producing. So they didn't care if it, like, I look back at my old stuff that I first made and I'm like, yo, what is this? This?
I think that just comes with anybody that comes into the creative space.
Right.
Like, honestly.
Right.
Yeah,
and so, like, with that type of mind state, I would say what I did that helped me out significantly is I kept other artists around me. So they had a very, I would say, I took their criticism a lot more seriously than I would take just a regular fan. So, cause like I could show.
That makes sense. Sense.
I could show like my song to my mom. She can like, I know you did that. But I'll take it to my friend, and he'd be like, oh, that's good, but you need to filter out some of your lows a little bit, or you need, you know what I'm saying? They give me the actual technical side of what it is that I could be doing. Okay. So that's the main difference, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Damn, I had a question, but damn, it completely left me.
You good? No worries.
I mean, so this is going to, like we said, we're going to have a part 2, but I do want to get a little short conversation about this recent Alabama beatdown that happened.
Oh, you talking about the motherfucking Alabama brawl. Hey, good.
So you seen the full video of it?
I honestly have only seen snippets, but that chair is the most famous chair in the world right now.
You know they got chairs with beams on them now, right?
Stop it. Oh, God.
Yeah, we got reparations that day.
Oh, yeah.
We got reparations that day, cuz.
You got
hey,
I
find out, my nigga. Hey, cuz.
I love that we all agree that they just kind of was out of pocket with what they did, and they deserve it with.
Oh, yeah, they got 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, man, me and my coworkers were, like, going in. We were going in on the whole situation the very next day. And like we made a joke about somebody had messed up on something, and then they text the group chat that the picture of the chair. So like we over here dying laughing, yo.
Listen,
Yo.
listen. One, I'm gonna just say this. If I was caught at in Montgomery around that area at that time, I would have probably swung on a white person.
Oh, yeah.
I would have just came out of nowhere just.
I'd be like, hey, bro,
yes.
you didn't do shit, but I'm finna whoop your ass.
Facts, yes, facts. Wait, one last question, the one that definitely slipped, but it came back.
Oh, here we go.
When it comes down to your peers, fellow DJs
Right.
and producers, how do you distinguish between healthy competition?
Ooh, I love this conversation right now. So I have actually healthy competition going on right now. And with it's not. I would say it's.
You want to shout out the DJ?
Shout out to my homie Onisama. He's that's my nigga. So
shout out.
I got Onisama. I would say he pushed me, yo. He pushed me to an area that I didn't think that I would actually be at, and he also booked me for a bunch of shows. So shout out to him.
Shout out to that boy.
Shout out to Only Shama. So that's the homie. So I say there's two parts to this answer. So Only Sama, I'd say he gave me the game on how to navigate throughout Atlanta to some degree, because I come from Chicago, and it's a very
he gave you the lay of the land type
a little bit, and he also told me the specific people to talk to. So
he was the one that basically plugged you in,
type situation. So shout out to the homie.
Shout out to Oni, shout out to that boy again.
Thank you. So he also is a very good DJ. So you
ain't lying about that shit. I've definitely seen a couple of his sets.
Man,
he does. Him and Maddie, they definitely.
Maddie as well.
Yeah,
shout out to
that.
Maddie. Shout out to Dark
Maddie.
Souls.
Oh yeah, Dark. Yeah, you in there?
The whole Take a Chill crew.
Facts.
Shout out to them.
On my mother.
for sure. But yeah, that's one good friendly competition. Another good friendly competition that we DJs in Atlanta have going on to some degree. Shout out to my man Rave Tours, because he technically got me my first gig. So shout out to my man Rave Tours. So he gets hit him up on Instagram. So we do this thing in Atlanta, in the Atlanta EDM space, where we do silent disco.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the biggest competition there is when it comes to DJing, because it feels like when you see a bunch of people at another person's set, it just hits you differently. I don't know.
I feel
maybe
that.
I'm just speaking because other DJs don't want to speak on this topic, but when I see a bunch of people at my booth, I feel like the shit.
Rightfully so.
Oh God.
Rightfully so.
So shout out to James for giving me that first set that I had. I wasn't even planning on DJing that night, but what happened was a DJ didn't show up.
Okay.
He was like, hey, bro, I don't feel like DJing. You want to hop on? I was like, absolutely. So I hopped on. Nobody was at my deck. Nobody. All of a sudden, I had one person come through. They were like, yo, is this you? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm doing my thing. All of a sudden, I had 3 more people. I'm just like, what's going on right now? So before I knew it, not half the people that were at the club was outside at my booth. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is the game. This is how I can get in. And my boy Ray Torres saw that. He was like, you just brought all these people outside? I'm gonna book you for the next one.
Oh yeah.
And so that situation right there put me in. I would say that's almost a year ago from now. It's been about a minute. So like I said, shout out to Rave Tours, shout out to the Tech and Chill crew, shout out to all the people that put me on. I also want to shout out one more shout out. In the Dark, I'm about to go perform with y'all. Caroline is running In the Dark, so check that out. We do that shit at Crazy Atlanta. Tap in.
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty much it, man.
Well, again, we told y'all from the beginning, this is gonna be be like a short interview. Part 2 will definitely be a lot longer, and we're going to be able to go more in depth into this interview and actually talk about some more crazy ass topics. There's a lot that's been going on lately, but hey, we here, we're trying to cover it, and again, without y'all, there would be no us. So, you got any last words you want to say?
Yo, I appreciate this so much.
No
This
problem.
is my
Dude,
second interview this year.
We appreciate you,
Yo.
dude. Like,
No,
nah,
dude,
for real.
serious.
This. Look, it goes full circle.
Full
all right?
circle.
Look, oh yeah, and also before we get out of here, I definitely got to say, fuck the industry. All right, there ain't no fake love around here. We do this shit for the real love. We do this shit for the support. We do this shit for the motherfucking culture. All right, can I get a yeah?
Yeah, hold on. But this episode is brought to you by what's the scenario though? The hip hop game. The hip hop game. We do it for the sponsors too. Though.
Hey.
We do it for the sponsors too. SSL podcast where you check out to get free shipping.
For sure.
Tell them the boys over here at Short Story Long sent you.
Yeah, like, sorry about that.
Oh yeah. One last thing. This is my new baby. Look at her. She's so fucking
she's
beautiful.
so-
I
she's
just
so
gotta
cute.
show. I just gotta show her off. She needs some attention.
Oh, that's so fire. I ain't gonna cap. That shit is fire. That shit is fire. But let the people know where they can follow you on all of your social media forms.
All right.
Let the people know where they can follow you on all your social media platforms and handles.
Best believe. Okay, so as I said before, my name is Exzayvier. I go by the same name as my regular name, Exzayvier. It's just spelled slightly different. Okay. So check me out on Instagram and Spotify and Apple Music and all that other shit at EXZAYVIER. Rewind that shit so you can know exactly what letter I said, but yeah, it's spelled just like that. So fuck with me.
Link's gonna be down below anyway though, so if you didn't even hear that, just
There
go
we
down
go.
in the description.
There we go.
You already
I got
know
you.
what it is.
You
like
already
you said,
know.
without y'all, it'd be no us. Thank you, Exzayvier, for joining us on the SSL podcast.
All love, man.
Yeah, so it's been your boy, Young Jew, aka the Granny Slayer, Panty Player, and the Princess Taker. And we got